The Days of Our Lives recaps for November 1st to November 5th, 2021, feature the dead walking among the living, the outing of a long-kept secret, declarations of love, and so much more. Days of Our Lives recaps, Monday, November 1st. Mart Devil, Deidre Hall, resurrects Charlie Dale, Mike Manning, Demos Kyriakis, Vincent Irizarry, and Nick Fallon. Blake buries, they target Ava Vitale, Tamara Braun, Nicole Walker-Brady, Ariane Zucker, and Gabby Hernandez, Camila Banus, respectively. Despite being cleared of shooting Abe Carver, James Reynolds, Jake DiMera, Brandon Barrage, is held over to face several other charges. Gabby once again accuses Ava of spearheading the Carmen Merlino, Richie Stevens, fiasco. Nicole pays Ava a visit. He's less than pleased to hear that she's taken back up with his DiMera, Dan Furigal. Rafe confides in Nicole his suspicion that Ava was responsible for Abe's predicament. Carmen menaces Ava on Days of Our Lives. Later, he's stabbed to death by Charlie. A terrified Ava makes a run for it. She issues an SOS to Trip Dalton, Lucas Adams. Demos finds Nicole alone at the Basic Black headquarters. Charlie makes his way to Nicole and Allie Horton's, Lindsay Arnold, apartment. Rafe finds Carmen's body. Days recaps, Tuesday, November 2nd. Trip calms Ava, dismisses all talk of a vengeance-seeking Charlie, and convinces her to return to Rafe's abode. They find a place abuzz with CSIs and police officers. Eli Grant, Lamone Archie, insists on taking Ava into custody. She implores Trip to go check on Allie. Demos admonished Nicole for killing him, then bemoaned the fact that she was never punished for her crime. She stabs him with a pair of scissors and phones Rafe for assistance. By the time Rafe arrives, Demos's body has dissipated. Trip races to Allie's side. He's floored to see her in Charlie's grip. Nick corners Gabby, and delights in telling her that he's buried Jake in his own grave. She heads for the cemetery and begins to dig as Days of Our Lives continues. Duel recaps, Wednesday, November 3rd. Trip and Allie get the better of Charlie. Trip, frying pan in hand, delivers several blows to his brother's skull. Charlie vanishes. Allie finally declares her love for Trip. They kiss. When questioned by Eli, Ava maintains that it was Charlie who stabbed Carmen. Days of Our Lives recaps show that Rafe comforts Nicole and declares that he's tired of denying his feelings for her. They kiss, then make love on the nearby conference table. Gabby unburies, then resuscitates Jake. When Nick appears and attempts to strike a killing blow, Gabby renders him senseless. She and Jake return the corpse to its coffin and trek back to the cop shop. Days recaps, Thursday, November 4th. Caleb Brady Johnson, Mary Beth Evans, gives Abigail Devereaux DiMera, Marcy Miller, permission to search Clay Snyder's office. Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, joins his wife in her endeavor. They discover proof that Gwen Rizchek, Emily O'Brien, miscarried prior to her tumble down the DiMera manse's staircase. Victor Kyriakis, John Aniston, is pleased to learn that Justin Kyriakis, Wally Kurth, and Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, have been released from jail. However, he's chagrined to learn that Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, bargained for Bonnie Lockhart, Judy Evans, and Gwen's freedom as well. Chad visits Kristen DiMera, Stacey Hayduk, and gives her a letter penned by Edge. Within, are his regrets that he will not be able to represent her in her upcoming trial. Xander's attempt to reclaim his $1 million is stymied by Melinda Trask, Tina Huang. Days of Our Lives recaps reflect that Justin suggests that he and Bonnie marry ASAP. When the justice of the peace proves to be unavailable, Maggie Horton Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers, steps into the breach. A simple, but moving ceremony follows with Victor as an unwilling witness, and Steve and Kayla as, respectively, best man and maid of honor. Duel recaps, Friday, November 5th. On Days of Our Lives, Belle Black Brady, Martha Madison, worries about Marlena's well-being. Steve is perturbed by John Black's, Drake Hogestyn, absence. Lab tests confirm that Sierra Brady Weston, Victoria Conifal, is pregnant. She and Ben Weston, Robert Scott Wilson, share the news with Sean Brady, Brandon Beamer. Melinda threatens to reveal the true timeline of Gwen's miscarriage unless Xander forfeits his cash. He does so. Melinda tells him the money will be used to set up a defense fund for undocumented immigrants in the late Haley's, Thea Meggia, name. Also on Days of Our Lives, Abigail and chat out Gwen's secret to a livid Jack Devereaux, Matthew Ashford, Susan Banks, Stacey Haydick, calls on the Westons and claims that she's had a premonition about their baby. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, airs weekdays on NBC. Check your local listings for airtimes. For more about what's coming up in Salem, check out all the latest that's been posted on Days Spoilers, and for an in-depth look at the show's history, click here. Ad block test, why?